I can call it G like a turkey. I want to take you to G like a train. Shit, we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making a game. I hear a lot of trash talk. You call us up making a name. I put on a jet, supposed to regret even letting them stay in the game. See my route took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all fruits, magic. Now I can juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop, shoot.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Ready?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Set. 19. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Take me out.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Rip left. Watch 6-6. Pull it high. Go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Escaping the pressure. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back in the 46. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. On 4th down, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. Trucks over him. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
6-0 our score after 1. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Minshew. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd and short.
Ready, break. Too little, Captain.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that plays up. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to. The season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Watson off play action. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Geno Atkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. With it is Jackson. He gets away from 1. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board.
They got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, They'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. After the sack on first down, Watson completes it to Jason Witten. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Reset. 19. 54. 54. I'm 55. Another time now.
Watson on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Chubb running right. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Minshew. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. He was looking to get it to LaFell there. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and 9, Watson buying time to his... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Raiders pick it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. It's complete to Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that, Dave?
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Chubb. And an alley to run. finding room to the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Now it's Watson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Completes it to Coleman. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Here again is McKinnon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. On the screen, this is Coleman. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
218, chop.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Flushed out right. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Well, this nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And a little floater there is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Escaping the print. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Watson, and unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey, Delta. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Stay with your man.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Oakland, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000.